It's time for a good old-fashioned doodle tutorial. Hi everybody, today I am going to be showing you 10 of my super easy, pretty much anybody can do them, doodles that I use in my planner and my bullet journal over the past, however many years. The most used ones for me that are super easy, anyone can do them. Because one of the things I hear about a lot is that I can't draw, Cindy, I don't know how to draw, Cindy, I can't draw a straight line, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to be able to draw to doodle. There are many reasons why I love doodling, like so many reasons. I love decorating with doodles. It's so much fun. It looks adorable. It saves time that you don't spend hunting for stickers or whatever the case may be. And it saves you money. If you are on a budget, but you want to decorate your shit, all you need is a pen. And you can add stuff to your planner. But you may say, well, Cindy, what if I can't draw? I'm going to object to that situation by saying that doodling is not the same as like realistic drawing. Doodling doesn't require a load of talent. It doesn't require a load of anything. Load of bollocks. I just wanted to say that. What it really requires is just that you loosen up a little bit and be okay with the thing that you're drawing looking somewhat like what you're trying. As long as you look at it and you can recognize what it's supposed to be, you've kind of hit the nail where it's supposed to go. I would love it if you decide to follow along with this tutorial, that you post it on Instagram in your stories or on your feed. Tag me at Llama Letters so I can see them, especially if you're somebody who struggles with drawing and doodling, because I want you to prove to yourself that you can do it. Now, all I'm using is my sketchbook. I believe it's just an Arteza sketchbook. It has the Wire-O binding that I've kind of fucked up because that binding sucks. And I've got a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen in fine, because this just happens to be the fine liner that I didn't pack. Number one is a weather doodle. I draw my weather in my planner all the time. People are like, why do you draw your weather in your planner? It's because I like to have an idea of what to expect for the day. It used to be so I knew what kind of clothes I should send my kids to school in. And I live in California, so the weather is not that changeable. But I'm moving to Colorado, and I imagine that the weather is going to be much more of a factor in my life. Cross your fingers for me when I have to drive in the snow for the first time. But in the meantime, as I have lived in California, you would think sunny would be my most used weather doodle. It's not. A cloudy, like partly cloudy day is my most used weather doodle. Draw a cloud. And what you're basically doing is just drawing curves. Now you can draw them however you want to. I like to kind of alternate between small and big curves. And the other thing I like to do is keep the bottom of the doodle kind of flatter. I still add curves to it, but I just don't kind of hump them up so that the humpy part of the doodle is on the top. And then because it's a partly cloudy day, I'll pick whichever side I want to do it on and draw another curve that you can imagine is a circle, right? And then just add some lines. I tend to make them longer and shorter alternatively to create a little sunshine. And that's it. That's it. That's all you gotta do for a partly cloudy day. Now, of course, you could draw just the sun on its own or the cloud on its own for a fully cloudy day or a sunny day. You can add rain, whatever, all sorts of different weather doodles, but this is my most used one, and it's my favorite one to draw. For some reason, adding that super humpy hump is a lot of fun for me. I wonder why. Next is a cleaning spray. I found that cleaning spray is a really easy doodle to indicate needing to clean the house. However I clean the house. Assuming I clean my house. But assuming I clean my house, a cleaning spray to me is one of the easiest doodles to do to indicate that that's what you can do. And it's pretty universal. Like, you can imagine doing cleaning sprays for your windows, for your counters, for just cleaning your kitchen, or whatever the case may be. Cleaning spray is a good generic cleaning doodle. Imagine you're drawing a U, but instead of just like it being a regular U, you're kind of elongating the bottom part of the U and bringing the top parts kind of closer together. Do you see what I mean? So it's like if you took a U and you pinched it. Don't you love when you get notifications from your watch and you can't figure out what the fuck it is? Hashtag first world problems, right? What I do there is I just add a little square with like rounded corners. It's kind of a square. It's sort of like a circle, but with more squared off edges. Squared off circle, circled off square, however you want to put it. You want to cap it off. You could turn this into a little hat, like add some like cloud looking situation at the bottom and you've got a little Santa hat, but that's not what we're doing today, because today It's about cleaning, not about presents. I wish I thought of cleaning as a present. Okay, this is the part where you want to draw the little nozzles. You can kind of start with a little line there just to kind of guide you. And what I usually do is kind of mirror the bottom with coming out like this, but instead of stopping in the same spot, I go over, and then what I'll do here is kind of go up and then kind of bring it down. Just creates a little nozzle. And then what you can do to create the nozzle at the end is just add a little curved line to create like where the fluid comes from. Then you want to add a label. So I just sort of go around the inside of here. You can add some little details if you want to give it more detail, but you don't have to. And then if you really want to go the whole way, I don't actually do this very often because I figure this is good enough, but you can draw a few little drops coming out of it to indicate fluid. Cleaning bottle. Pretty simple. As you can see, if you look close at it, it's kind of janky. But from far away, you're like, huh, cleaning bottle. You must have to do the windows that day or whatever. Like I wash my windows. Now, while I'm jesting about my cleaning bottle and how often I clean my house, what I don't jest about is laundry. Laundry is like the never-ending pain in the ass. So a laundry basket is very much a much-used doodle for me. It's probably the much-used sticker for me. It's a much-used everything for me. Laundry baskets and washing machines, but I'm going to go with the laundry basket because a washing machine is actually easier than a laundry basket, but I feel like a laundry basket might be the thing that a lot of people would be like, I can't fucking draw that. And that's what I want to disprove in this video. You're going to start with a very long kind of oval situation, like very smushed. Notice how I'm like kind of fucking it up here, and I don't even care, doesn't matter, right? Just a long, skinny oval. Like imagine you took a circle and you stepped on it. And then we're going to just do a couple of lines that are gently tapering inwards. They're not like super tapering. We're not making a snow cone. We're making a laundry basket here, but they're kind of gently tapering inwards and then just connect them along the bottom. Well, if you really want to give it the laundry basket look, just draw a couple more of those, or maybe 3 of those flat ovals here in the center, and it gives it a laundry basket look. Now you could have elongated this and it would look, and maybe add a little bloop here on the top and it would be a great trash can, but we're talking laundry here. And much like in my real life, I am procrastinating on finishing it. Now you can stop here if you want to, and this can work as a laundry basket, but what I like to do is take some slightly wavy lines and just draw them kind of overlapping each other like that to indicate dirty clothes. And that's a laundry basket. Pretty good. If you really want to add some detail, you can kind of color these puppies in a little bit if you want to. Detail is not required. This is doodling, like I said. I'm going to show you 2 variations on this doodle because it's very easy. Probably the easiest out of everything I'm doing here today. And it is another one I use a whole bunch. I can use it in terms of checking my email. I can use it in terms of going to the post office. I can use it in terms of paying bills. It's very, very versatile and it's very, very easy. So I'm going to give you one simple variation on it to give you a little bit of extra ways to play with it. And that's an envelope. Super fucking easy, you guys. Super fucking easy. Rectangle. Now, one of the things I like to do when I doodle is to kind of make things a little off kilter. So instead of drawing a perfectly like lined up rectangle, I might curve things in. I might make it a little bit irregular. That's the fun of doodling. To make it this rectangle an envelope, you're going to draw kind of like make like a triangle on the top, and you don't want it to go all the way to the bottom. You want it to go close to the bottom, but not all the way. And then what you're going to do is draw 2 more triangular kind of looking lines on either side to create the envelope. Boom. There you go. The variation I'm going to show you, though, is you do the same thing. Draw an envelope, or draw a rectangle. It's not an envelope yet. And draw a circle right here in the middle. And then do the same thing with the lines, except instead of meeting each other, those top lines, they're going to meet at the circle. And then you can use this to add a $sign. If you're going to pay bills, you can use this with an exclamation point. If it's like mail that has to go out that day, you could have a heart on it if you're going to be sending happy mail to somebody. It just gives you an opportunity to customize this envelope beyond it just being an envelope. Super useful, much like the cleaning bottle, but it's a lot easier to draw than the cleaning bottle, and putting mail in the post office box is a lot less annoying than cleaning your windows. Now this one, I'm going to be real with you. When I put it in my planner, it's not for me. It's to remind my family, because I generally don't do this. It was my negotiation when we first got our cat Loki, and that is a litter box. If you are a cat owner, then this will be very helpful for you. If you are not a cat owner, then I'm sure you can find ways to use this. Maybe not a litter box, maybe something else. But I have to draw it for two reasons. One, because it is common if you are a cat owner to need to change the litter box, or especially to remind you on those you need to wash the litter box days because you're like, oh fuck, it started to smell funky and I just changed it. What the hell? It's because cats pee. That smell lingers. But also because I wanted to draw a little poop. So drawing little poops is fun. So again, we're going to start with another elongated oval, but we're going to make this one slightly more rectangular than the one from the laundry basket. And then for the bottom of the litter box, we're going to just do the same kind of tapered situation and close it off, but it's going to be a lot less deep. I guess that's what she said too. And then what we're going to do here is draw kind of a rounded off rectangle over the top. And what you want to do is leave a little bit of space here on these sides. I didn't do that this time because I kind of sucked at it. It was not the best. I'm kind of crooked as drawing this, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. It's a doodle, right? And then you're going to do the same thing one more time on the inside. You could do it opposite if you want to as well. Do the inside one, then do the outside one. Whatever tickles your pickle. Now this in and of itself could serve as kind of a janky looking litter box. But if you really want it to be a litter box, draw a little line like that, just sort of like a floop, and then floop it right back down, and then add some little squiggles, and it turns into a little poop. And there you go. You got a litter box. Any chance to draw poop is my favorite chance. To not discriminate against dog owners, I'm going to draw the other thing that really pops up if you are a pet owner, and that is a food bowl, which could be a dog food bowl or a cat food bowl. And again, very simple. Draw a couple of lines going down like that. Connect them here, and then connect them here with a curved line. And then, much like you did with the cloud, draw a bunch of curves and kind of alternate like up and down, and then you can add some dots here to kind of indicate that it's food. And then if you want to, you can write your dog's name, you could write your cat's name, or you could put little paws by putting circles and then putting little dots to really hammer home that it's time to feed your pets. Or more importantly, in this household, a reminder to go and check our Chewy order. Because what I have found is that the automatic shipment from Chewy is awesome because it saves money, but I still have not perfected when we want the automated shipments, and sometimes they show up when we really don't need all that extra shit in the house, and sometimes we're like, where the hell's our dog food? Or, sorry, our cat food. I don't have a dog. Eventually. Point is, it can help you remember that as well. And now probably one of the most ubiquitous doodles in the whole of planner land. It would be remiss of me to not mention it, and that is the to-go coffee cup. It works great for coffee. It works great for coffee dates. It works great for phone calls. Even if you're not going to drink coffee on them, for some reason, I find a to-go coffee cup is much better for a phone call than a phone, weirdly enough. To-go coffee cups are probably one of the most obvious things for planner and bullet journal doodles. And they're pretty easy, but they look like they could be complicated. Draw a flattened oval. So many flattened ovals, my guys. Couple of lines going down. We're basically going to be working from the top down here. Now draw a curved line that kind of mirrors the line above it. That's one of the things you want to do when it comes to drawing anything with that kind of curve, is to just make sure your curved lines mirror each other. Or not mirror, because that would be the opposite, but like maybe that's reflect. Whatever. They look like they go together. Then we're going to draw a couple of lines like this going down. Now what you're going to do here, and I'm going to bring the camera a little closer to make it a little easier to see, is you're going to draw a line across, but instead of just drawing a line across, what you're going to do is start a little higher and hook it around, and then hook it around. Do you see the difference there? You want it to kind of look like it's overlapping the cup. And then a couple more lines. And you want to connect those. Again, kind of mirroring the line. Then a couple more lines, this time going on the inside of it. As you can see, it's kind of like that little sleeve they give you to keep it from burning you. And then connect those lines. And then you can add little lines to kind of indicate that it's coffee, and a little dot up here for the little hole in the lid. Again, kind of a janky looking thing, but you look at it, you see a coffee cup. One of my most used things, I've actually bought full sheets of stickers of these from Groceries Designs, and I use it all the time because, again, like the coffee cup, it is, and the envelope actually, so versatile. You use it for meetings, you can use it for workshops, for taking notes, for brainstorming sessions. It's a clipboard. Clipboards are great for that. They help kind of put your mind into that sort of space. And again, pretty fucking easy. So let's show you how to do that. First, we're going to draw the little metal situation at the top, the clip part of we're going to draw the clip, then we're going to draw the board. We do a little half circle, couple lines going out. Then we're going to have them come in like a little bit, and then we're going to clip them, like close them off at the bottom. And draw a circle or something right there, just to give it that clipboard kind of look. Then what we're going to do is we're going to draw the board sort of like a U, but with squared off corners. And then we're going to connect it to the clip. Just needs to hit somewhere in the upper part of it. Doesn't really matter all that much because it's a doodle. Doesn't have to be realistic. But then what you'll do is draw your piece of paper, and you're basically just going along the inside of the clipboard. And then what the great thing that you can do is you can add just some squiggly lines to make it look like it's a work clipboard, or you can leave it blank and use that to write the time of your meeting or the subject, whatever, however big it is. Like, it's really good size to put like 2 p.m. or whatever on that. Or you can add little check boxes on the inside of it, draw it bigger, and make a to-do list out of it, which would be rad. There's another doodle that you can do the same thing with, which is another very used doodle of mine, and that is a grocery bag, because going to the grocery store is something we all have to do. And often I go to multiple stores at once, so having a grocery bag kind of like this is another great doodle for me. So to draw the grocery bag, we start with drawing kind of 2 long lines, connect them at the bottom. Then what you're going to do is, to give it some dimension, you're going to draw another line, but what you want to do is start it a little above this line and then end it about the same amount above. So you're kind of doing it offset. Then connect those on the bottom. Now notice I haven't connected the top yet. That's because I want to give it like that kind of traditional grocery bag kind of raggedy top. Although I shop a lot at Trader Joe's and they have handles, but I'm not going to worry about handles. So you just want to kind of give it a little zigzag top. And then you're going to zigzag to connect the 2 across the bottom. And that's the main grocery bag. And what I often do, will put like check boxes inside and write like Costco, TJ's. If you follow me for a long time, you've seen this in my planner. And then what you can do to make it look more like a bag is draw a line down that side area, and then at the very bottom, connect it with a triangle. To give it like the grocery bag look, as opposed to some other garbage bag or something, we're going to draw some basic food. And before you run away screaming, it's very simple. We'll draw a rounded situation there for bread, and you can just draw some curved lines to make it look like bread. We'll draw kind of similar to the cloud around here with some lines going down. That can kind of indicate celery or broccoli or some shit. And then what we'll do is just draw like a rectangle in the back, a couple little lines back, a couple lines down, and suddenly you have a box. And now it's a food bag. Not like what you put in front of a horse, but what you fill up with stuff at the grocery store and bring home. I guess sometimes it feels like I could do that with myself. It's like a bag of like the Werther's Originals, not the hard ones. They have soft caramels. Give me a feed bag of those any day of the week. And then my final doodle should be no surprise to any of you if you've watched any of my Plan With Me's, because there is something I do every single week without fail on the same day, and that is wash my sheets. Now, of course, I could just use the laundry basket for that, but I often do laundry and wash my sheets, and I like to make sure that my sheets have been given pride of place on my to-do list. It is always the top thing on my list every Saturday, because going to bed in freshly washed sheets on Saturday night is one of my greatest pleasures of the week. Sorry, Jesse. Now, there's many ways you could draw a bed. I like to draw them kind of face on because I just do. That's what I like. So what we're going to do is draw a couple pillows, which are rounded rectangles that are the same size, and you kind of draw them next to each other. These are mostly rectangles, little rounded, whatever. They could be boobies or eyes if you put circles in them, but we're not going to go there. Maybe we will. Boobies. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just draw a couple of lines curving down and connect behind them. connect. Now they look like glasses, but that's not what we're doing here. We'll connect them with a slightly wavy line to kind of indicate that it's the blanket. Then for the feet of the bed, we're going to draw 2 lines down and 1 line across, but that line across is going to be up a little higher than the bottom of these 2 lines. And then you'll just kind of connect them like that to make like the bottom of the bed. And then you'll draw yourself the back of the bed. And there you go. Just pretend that there's no little booby eyes there and you will be fine. But that gives you a bed that you can use for washing sheets or for having sex or whatever it is you need to do. Here are 10 of my most used super easy doodles. I don't want to hear you tell me you can't even give these a try because they are not, like, you can try them. I promise you, you'll surprise yourself. And if you find that they're a little easier than you thought that they were, you probably knew this was coming if you've been following me. This is the closest I can do to marketing, you guys. I'm doing my best. But I have a book out. It's on Amazon. It's called The Ultimate Doodle Collection for Planners, Journals, and More. Journals, Planners, and More. It's my second book. I have a lettering book that has super easy lettering in it, but this is the doodle version. All of these doodles are in here, along with, I believe, over 200 doodles in here that you can do. All super easy, all about this level of difficulty. They're all meant to help you learn how to doodle in your planner so you can save money, you can save time, and you can be a little bit creative even if you feel like it's something that is a struggle for you. I promise you, you would enjoy it. It's a fun little book. It's got some practice pages in it. You can find it at my link below, which is an affiliate link as well because of course it is. So give it a look, see if you want to check it out. But even if you don't, I would love to hear from you in the comments below, other doodles you would like to see here on this channel or other tutorials, whether they're art, lettering, doodles, or even planning related. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, friends, peace out.